Joining me now to unpack all the insanity is senior political advisor to President Trump, James Blair. James, welcome back to the show. Always happy to have you and get your take. And I want to get your assessment, first of all, of what we've seen in these primaries and generally how you're feeling 3 months out from these midterms.
I feel like we have a very good chance to keep both the House and Senate and not only retain but expand our majorities. Look, this election is really coming down to mainstream Republicans versus extreme liberal Democrats. What I see on the Democrat side in the primaries is that the energy is with the really far left radicals, some of which you featured at the top of the show, that have really way extreme to the left ideas. They want to abolish all police and prisons. They want to grant amnesty to every illegal immigrant in the country, including the violent criminals, the murderers, the rapists, which we know are here and came here. We're trying to get out of the country. They want to give them amnesty and leave them on the streets. They want to raise taxes. They're not even hiding that. Abdul El-Sayed, you mentioned at the top, who's footing the bill? Well, Abdul just said this past Sunday on a Sunday show, you're footing the bill. Yes, we're going to raise your taxes. So it's really about the mainstream Republicans, or common sense, as Mike Johnson says, versus the extreme liberal Democrats, which are really crazy, as he pointed out.
Well, yeah, speaking of Al-Sayed, let's listen to him himself directly from the man. Now, he's tried to distance himself, of course, from the Democratic Socialist, James, but he is no moderate. Listen to him here.
You are effectively acknowledging that people making less than $1 million could see their taxes go up. I just want to be very clear. Is that a yes?
I'm saying that we'd be paying for health care in a different way.
Are you in favor of public ownership models like the one Bernie introduced?
So I want to actually take it a step further.
Okay.
I agree that we need public ownership, but I also agree that we need some system of public control.
Do police really need to use guns? Do we need as much of a police force?
James, do police really need to use guns? I mean, some of this stuff is really crazy. You were just talking about this. Give me your take, though, on that race overall and the general temperature in the Midwest.
I think that race is going very well for Mike Rogers. Mike Rogers is a mainstream Republican who wants to do things like get the cost of prescription drugs down, something that President Trump has led the charge on for the last year and a half and has had success at. And Mike Rogers wants to finish that job and codify it. In fact, just this past week, the Washington Post, of all places, an outlet that is very reticent to give Republicans credit for anything, pointed out that we just saw the largest drop in prescription drug prices in over 60 years in this country.
Wow.
The fact is, we're making progress, and we know we have more work to do. We want to finish the job. Meanwhile, you have a guy like El-Sayed who says, look, we're going to raise your taxes and we're going to take away all your private health insurance. I mean, right now there's a gentleman from the UAW, you know, the large auto workers union there in Michigan, making the rounds saying, I don't want you to take away my health insurance. I have good health insurance. Why would you do that? So it really comes down to moving forward the policies that have been working, but we need to finish the task on, or putting Democrats in charge who not only want to take us backwards, want to take us to really extreme far left areas that have never worked anywhere in the world, but certainly are not going to work in this country.
Well, let's move over to Minnesota for a second. You have Peggy Flanagan running for Senate, and she's the lieutenant governor, which means that, James, she's been Tim Walz's #2 during all that crazy rampant fraud that we've seen in the state. It gets worse from there, if you can believe it, though. Take a listen.
I want to rip ICE apart.
They were abolished. How would it work practically for like a criminal in your state who's here illegally?
We need violent criminals to be held to account, and we need an immigration system. Donald Trump's ICE is completely broken, and it is not the answer.
What about gender-affirming care and an age? Should there be an age limit?
I think gender-affirming care is part of healthcare. People need
Should there
access
be an age limit for it?
To healthcare. I think our law, as it stands, is a good law.
I mean, James, if these are the people who end up in the congressional majority, what is going to happen for the next 2 years?
What's going to happen is your costs are going to go up, your prices are going to go up, they're going to hand out cash to everybody but you, they're going to take money out of your pocket if you are a law-abiding, working-class, hardworking America, and they're going to put it in the pocket of illegal immigrants, they're going to put it in the pocket of NGOs and various far-left agitators and left-wing groups that they sort of take care of, if you will, with taxpayer money. And it's not just these people, it's all over the country. And look, Peggy Flanagan, she's not being honest saying she wants to hold criminals accountable. That's not true. Governor Walz just a couple of months ago pardoned an illegal immigrant who was convicted of repeatedly sexually assaulting a minor girl in this country. He pardoned that individual so that he could avoid deportation. Fortunately, Marco Rubio stepped in at the president's direction and said, we're not doing that. We're getting this guy out of the country. We don't care that you pardon him. And we did that. But it's not just in the Midwest. It's all over the country. Down in Texas, Texas 34, there's a Democrat House member, Vicente Gonzalez. His career before he got to Congress was being a cartel lawyer, defending the narco cartels. And he's running against a great candidate we recruited named Eric Flores, who's a prosecutor, who prosecuted the cartels and prosecuted the human trafficking rings down in South Texas that work over the border. And right now, Eric Flores is prosecuting the case that Gonzalez, you're not helping the people. You voted against no tax on tips. You voted against no tax on Social Security. You voted against on no tax on overtime pay. But you know what you did vote for? You voted to force taxpayers to fund gender transition surgeries for minors. That is the split screen playing out all across the country. You have the extreme liberal Democrats who will give money to anybody but you, and they're going to take it out of your pocket to pay for it. Or you have the Republicans who think you should keep more of your hard-earned money. We should work to get your costs down. And if you work hard, you do a good job, you play by the rules, you don't commit crimes, then you should get a leg up in this country. That's what we're fighting for.
Well, listen, James, before we go, I want to get your quick reaction to Karoline Leavitt leaving her post as White House press secretary. She did an amazing job. She is a tough act to follow. And obviously, we've heard names floated as a possible replacement. Whoever it is who lands on this job has a huge responsibility, especially over the next 3 months. How important is that messaging role for the president and the party?
It's extremely important. And look, my best wishes to Karoline. She's a dear friend of mine, and I'm very proud of her. Her time here and back on the campaign really, I think, cemented her as maybe the best press secretary we've ever had, but certainly any time recently, and no shade on the others. But she was just really tremendous. And she had a connection with the president that is hard to develop. She understood him and understood the way he wanted to tell the American people his message, and she did it with honor and loyalty. I think she's a really hard act to follow. I don't envy the next person. But it is a critical job, and whoever it is, they will know the microscope will be on them to not only not make mistakes, but work really hard to get the word out in the face of a very hostile press that doesn't want to tell the story about the great work Republicans have done for the last 2 years. So best wishes to Karoline, and good luck to whoever's next.
I know the bar is very high, James. There's no doubt about it. But Karoline was an absolute rock star, and we are so grateful for her service to our country. And we're grateful that you took the time to spend with us tonight, James Blair. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.